Okay, well, hello. I just came back from my half marathon and it was really tough. It was so cold and um, I I got my medal and I have my bib on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I wanted to take the video before I go and take a shower to warm up because I'm freezing right now. But I wanted to make it a little bit authentic. Um, um, so riding my bike up to the race, the wind was with me, so it wasn't so bad. But it was still it was chilly. Luckily, the rain had moved, and so it's not starting until this afternoon. So that was really lucky because I kept watching the weather, and first it was like going to rain like at around 8 o'clock, which is around when the race was supposed to start or is started, and then it moved to kind of like 10 o'clock, and then I saw that it moved to like 12 o'clock, and now I think it like moved to actually 2 o'clock. I don't even know now, but with that, I mean, it was just so cold, and so I started the race, and I was doing pretty well. I mean, I kept a very slow pace just because I really wanted to make it through, and trying to warm up, and I think that's something that I would really encourage anybody who's like, now that you've maybe lost weight or you have this new sense of of exercise and stuff, is that when you do sign up for your first 5K or family run or whatever it is that you're going to do, just don't get sucked in with all the excitement from the race and stuff, because when you cross that start line, you're all of a sudden like adrenaline just flows and you just want to take off. But what happens is that you burn out so quickly and then you just lose momentum. And then the end, it's really hard to finish, or, it's hard to like kind of get back into it. So just if you've trained for it, or if you were practicing and stuff, just keep that mentality of keeping the pace, of whatever it is that you had been practicing. And don't worry about other people passing you, or, it's like, it is what it is. It's like, just do your thing and don't worry about everybody else. It's hard it's easy to say and hard to do because you're so excited because there's so many people and people are cheering and clapping, and your adrenaline's flowing and stuff, and you just really want to go out there. But yeah, just from experience, I just know how it is, and so I just have to go my pace, little turtle, and just let people pass me and stuff, and I just do my own thing. The issue that I had, going the direction I was going, the wind was with us, so that was nice, but I was still really cold. But then on the back half, coming back up to the finish, the wind was against us, and I just I couldn't get warm. I couldn't, my body was so cold. My knee was like freezing cold and it was hurting. And so, yeah, it was just kind of miserable after that. And so, um, I just had to there was nothing else I could do. I had to get to the finish line because that's where my bike was. And so it wasn't like I could just not do it. And so I just had to you know, barely, trotting, I guess would be the word. And, and things. So at the end, I was probably, even at the end, I always try to finish strong, always. And, you get really hyped up at the end because so many people are just lining the finish line and they're cheering you, they're cheering for everybody and they're cheering and cheering. And I've done this also where I started to kind of sprint too quick and then I burned out right before. I couldn't, I had to like either go super slow across the finish line or just walk. And that's really kind of like a bummer. So I really I try my best just to know myself. How far can I really sprint to the end? And I wait until that, and then I just haul ass. And so then I finished. And the thing with this race is that there's always oh, so the other thing that I was going to talk about, the reason why I feel like I'm so cold is because I've lost so much body fat. And I have a feeling that because I don't have that insulation anymore, even just in normal times, like at school and stuff, I used to always wear like sundresses and sandals and stuff, never wore pants, years and years and years, never wore pants because I would just get too hot at school. And now I just can't get warm. I wear pants all the time. I wear sweaters. I mean, just things that I never wore to school before. And I have a feeling it's just because I've lost so much body fat that I don't have that insulation. And so and today was another proof, another indication that yeah, I'm just, my body is so cold all the time, and it's kind of a bummer. So it's kind of like the downside from, you know, losing weight and things. So I don't know. But after the race, you know, you walk through this corral and they give you all kinds of snacks and things like that. And most of them I can't, we can't eat because it's full of carbs and stuff like that. But, and last year I just bypassed all of it because they give you like bananas and oranges also, but then they'll give you like little, I don't know, snacky things. But today I was like, you know, I'll just, you know, grab them and I'll take a look at the backs and stuff and see what they would. Well, they're full of carbs and stuff. But the one thing that they do have is that they have a True Moo cart, and they hand out little things of chocolate milk. And that was always like my favorite. It was like, it's so refreshing after you run a race and stuff. And last year, because I was so new on Virta, that I just walked right past it. But today I thought maybe I will try it. And so I grabbed one and I took a little sip, and I was like, that's the first time that I've had milk and I've had like sugar, like on purpose since I've been on Virta. Like I can't think of another time where I've actually ever ingested something that had real sugar that I did on purpose. Like there could be like some hidden sugar stuff that I didn't, you know, like think about. But so I took a sip and I was like, it wasn't as good as I remembered, you know, and it was like, and I think it's just because I haven't had sugar in such a long time. But then after a little while, I took another little sip, you know, and I just took little sips and stuff, you know, and I ended up finishing it. But now I'm like, I'm not feeling very well. Like my stomach is kind of funny. I don't know if it's all in my brain or, you know, or if it's just, you know, what it is. But yeah, I don't feel that great. And so it wasn't worth it to me. And so, I mean, I guess that's a really good lesson to learn that, you know, the memories that I had of it far outweighed the actual reality of it. So I won't be doing that anymore. But my imagination was running, you know, wild, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good and stuff, and it really wasn't. So that's kind of a nice thing. I mean, I don't need those kinds of things anymore, and especially since I've been on Virta. The whole idea of just sugar stuff, it just doesn't appeal to me. Like I did over Christmas, I made all that Christmas candy and stuff like that, and I never even tasted any of it. I didn't know. I didn't eat any of it. It didn't faze me or anything. So anyways, just wanted to make this video. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it just because I finished it, but man, this was a really tough one. It was so cold. I'm so cold right now. I'm going to go take a really hot shower. But, and then usually my go-to the other thing is I go and get a massage, and then either one or the other, whichever one I do first, and then I go and I eat an In-N-Out burger. But I don't think I'm going to do that either. That just really doesn't sound appealing to me right now. I think I may just go make some soup. That sounds really good. I'm going to go make some cabbage soup. And yeah, so if you're in this place where you're now starting to feel like you can push yourself and do like a 5K, a family fun, you know, mile, or, you know, if you're beyond that for a 10K or a half marathon or a marathon, I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you're at this place where you feel like, you know, you're confident and that you can do it. And I wish you nothing but the best, and have a good race.